If I was nervous about anything before installation, it was just that we were going to spend money and put it in the wall and that it was going to be just a decoration.
Our district has 13 schools and about 10,000 students.
Supporting those campuses, we have right about 1,000 certified teachers and about 400 para staff.
The biggest challenges that we faced for technology in the classroom were really our old projectors. They were probably 5+ years old, all the way up to 10 years old, and we were constantly having to replace bulbs in them. And then they really just became something that was in the classroom where teachers turned it on and then pointed to it. They weren't actually interacting. It was really important that we didn't just add another piece of technology to our classroom. We really wanted to have a piece of technology that became part of the classroom.
Our committee, which was made up of about 40 teachers and instructional specialists from across the district, what they were looking at is we don't want to flip the whole paradigm on its head as far as making teachers learn an entire new ecosystem. So with us being really heavily invested in Google, we wanted a product that works well with Google's. And so when you really look at the different interactive panels that are on the market, there's not one that really does it better than BenQ. And we spent almost a full year really evaluating and analyzing what we wanted. So one of those things that we learned is that we don't want something that's fixed to the wall that's determining the front of the room. What we want instead is for the learning to dictate the environment, not the other way around. And we went on field trips and we looked at what other schools were doing. We did research, we talked to industry experts. We even had BenQ and some other vendors actually come out and show their products off. And BenQ, by and far, was a unanimous vote for our staff. But then became the question of how quickly do we do it? And working with a really great partner, we were able to come up with a timeline where we were able to replace roughly 700 interactive panels, remove the old projectors, install BenQ in 30 days. So we were able to do it in the month of June. And so we were able to stage the devices, the BenQ boards, before they came on site. Our integrator was able to get them mounted. We already had the information inside DMS, so we were able to assign room numbers and all that type of stuff. Our team was able to follow the integrators in right after that, scan with the app, make sure the board was registered correctly, assigned to the correct room, had the right name, and at that point they were ready to go. We were able to push out the updates a little bit later in the summer to get everything up and ready for our teachers.
It's a big financial commitment, and so are we actually going to make use of these boards? And like I said, all year long, they've been routinely used. I think most teachers would say, well, how would we have class without it?
Prior to this year, I used a projector and I had to control everything from my PC, and that really tied me to one specific part in my room. This year with the BenQ, I've been able to walk around the room. It's really helped encourage student engagement. All students are more aware because they know that the teacher's right there watching. They're also always using the board, and it's very interactive and easy for them to use. It helps as well just to be flexible, switching from one thing to another, which is a very rich thing in this learning environment.
So since I started using the BenQ, my teaching approach has changed in the fact that I'm able to incorporate more hands-on lessons for my kids that will require them to come to the board. If they know that they're going to have a chance to come up here and kind of be a little teacher, they are extra engaged, their eyes are on me, they're making sure they're really on task, and then being able to go up there has been huge for engagement.
The time between transitions has definitely changed. I can go from one thing to the next thing in the lesson seamlessly without losing that engagement from the students.
Transition time is so much easier. I don't have to go back and say, okay, you guys, turn this way now, look at me. I'm just up there and I don't have to run to my computer and like make them turn.
One thing that I really like about the BenQ boards is no matter where you go within our district, because it is implemented in all of our classrooms and all over the district, you can sign in and get to all of your things. So it doesn't matter where you're at, you still have access to everything without having to take your laptop and plug it in and find a cord.
What I've seen in classes is teachers making good use of the boards, but they're still able to have kids, whether it's with markers or pencils or pens, at their desks, and then kids can come up and make use of the board as well. So it's, to me, it's striking that balance that we've wanted to have, which is technology enhancing things, but not just there sort of replacing worksheets with technology and things like that. So that's been good to see this year. You can see that they're able to tailor it to their content areas. And I feel like 10 years ago, we were all sort of maybe using the same certain apps or programs and trying to make it fit, and to me it looks more natural in the classrooms this year.
BenQ really allows you to teach your way.
Even ones that are scared of technology can be successful with the board, and I've seen them flourish with it.